Oh, she took our advice. She did. I just think Megan couldn't see. You know, being tall and finally dating someone that's taller than you, and then, you know, but all your life you've been dating people that are shorter than you. You can't see because they're not on your level. You know what I'm saying? And looking down at them, you make more than him. I just think some women just like that. They just like men who don't, you know, who don't exercise any type of power. They like having power over men. Hell, I even told Nicki Minaj that. I was like, you must like dating, you know, some dudes. Like it's kind of like a, you know, I like to be in control of my man. So if I'm in control financially, you know what I'm saying, I control everything. Because all she got to do is cut off the money. That's what happened with Safari. Safari ain't started getting messy till he cut off the money. That's neither here nor there. So, but in this party situation, though, I tried to tell her, this was a trauma bond. This nigga ain't had her back not one time. He waited till the last day of trial to put out a goddamn story saying protect black women, but he ain't took to the internet not once when all them rappers was calling her a hoe and all types of shit in their songs. He ain't said them thing. He bigger than them. He bigger than the baby. Now I believe the baby truly will whoop his ass. That nigga can fight. If he ever decide to get out of music, he has a space in UFC. He has a space in the UFC, okay? I would sponsor him. But Tory Lanez, I mean, you can't check Tory Lanez, you know? And so our sources have reported, okay? 2 things. Chelsea, 1, found out that she's unfollowed this and deleted every goddamn picture of his, okay? Because you start to realize who's really there for you, okay? Who has your back? Who's willing to ride for you and protect you? You know what I'm saying? And she's still young. And she, like she said, she lost her mother, lost her grandmother, lost all these people, and she out here alone, and she's clinging onto men, and men have been her downfall because she does not value herself. And so once you get through something so traumatic and you do it, and you realize you did it without the help of this, he just added weight. And you can't tell me he ain't spending her money. You know what I'm saying? You start to see a little clear. Like, I did this shit without you. I did this shit without you. And so, yeah, she, you know, he still follows her. He's still trying to hang on. He thinking she gonna return. But she didn't show up to the brunch because apparently she is just taking a mental break. And yeah, so we were waiting on the confirmation of the pregnancy, but I don't think we're gonna get it. Okay, I think she plan B, that baby. So congratulations, Megan. And besides, when you need time. You need time to detox them goddamn soul ties. You know what I'm saying? For real, like she need time. And this ain't the one to be latching on with, cause once you're pregnant, you're done. She around here out here shaped like goddamn salt. Is it salt or pepper? Which one is it? Which one is it? The goddamn rapper, salt and pepper. What's the tall one? The one that was with Trench?
Salt.
You sure? That was Salt?
Yeah.
One baby. She already, that was Pepper?
Pepper.
This is Pepper right here. Mark my word. Remember Pepper and Trench? He took her out the game. Same thing. Same shit here. So she better be careful. One baby, that bitch is done. She done. Now she gonna be screaming BBL, cause she gonna need one. Okay? Moving on. Because Chelsea got a lot. Chelsea's been...
Oh my God.
We just had a whole conversation. Chelsea, come back. Chelsea, come back.
I had to close the door.
Why?
I had to close the door.
Why? What are you doing? What? Shaq, why did you choose this photo?
I don't choose picture. They get sent to me.
Who sent you this?
Who sent you this picture?
This is why we don't. This is is why we don't drink no more. Because you see how this just get worse. How everything just gets worse.
I'm sorry. What color is this man? And why do we see his hair?
Biracial.
I want to know that I had no parts of this. This was a production team, okay? Okay, so they said that a new study claim, he don't look like he having that men's are growing extremely too fast. Researchers say it's not a good thing. In 1992, the average penis size was a 4.8. In 2021, it's 6 inches. So now they're saying that over the last 30 years, okay, they're concerned after a Stanford University and the team was actually worried about the rapid growth. While for some, yes, I am, because I'm trying not to look at that on the screen. While for some, this might sound like a good thing, they are concerned that the growth is because of the exposure to chemicals, sedentary lifestyles, and junk food, sugar. So the more sugar you eat, and the more exposure to chemicals, I wonder what type of chemicals they're talking about. Meth, heroin, what? You know, you are at risk for your growing. If you know, our sons. It looks short to you, Chelsea?
It do look a little short to me. I mean, the initial thing shocks you, but really take a good look at the girth. Look at it. It ain't doing too much.
I just don't like men with hair down there. I don't. It smells. I like to smell the baby oil when I'm down there. You understand what I'm saying? I don't want to smell no musk, no nothing. They say all they see is... So, yeah, I don't see that as a bad thing. But Chelsea had a very interesting... Because she reads. She does. Theory on this, because she read a book. And so... I want her to explain to you why she thinks after reading a book this is happening, and it ain't got nothing to do with sugar, chemicals, or sedentary lifestyles. Go ahead.
Okay, so Yawaki, he said that in his interview, he said that black men's penises are shrinking. However, in this study, it says that because they only research, Tasha, according to that, they only research white men, that white men's penises are growing. And so there was a book that I read by Harriet Washington. It's called A Medical Apartheid. And so it really talks about all of like the history of black Americans going back into slavery and how we have influenced Western medicine, sometimes at a physical disadvantage to us. I believe that both Yawaki and the Sanford's and the Sanford's report are both true. Because back in the day, most races only had children and their lineage was completely with their race. Now that more people are becoming interracial and biracial, it makes sense why people are saying that because that black men's penises are shrinking, however, white men's penises are growing because we are now mixing the races together. And that was my point, and it sounds very logical.
She reads, so, I just got hit with a meatball. What? Y'all are just nasty in the chat. Y'all are just nasty. Okay, so I have a hard time believing this study, not what your theory was, because men now, and my daddy told me this, because you know my daddy he worked at the prison for 30 years, okay, and he said that he knows for a fact, because you know he worked with the people who helped to order the food, that they made sure that they ordered food that had high contents of like estrogen and soy and things like that, so that they can, and they will add it to the meat and stuff, or add it to the macaroni and cheese. So you would be eating soy-based macaroni and cheese. Basically, they would be on these like plant-based lifestyles, which is soy-based, and we have an abundance of soy in the United States because farmers are getting subsidies to grow soy, so they need somewhere to put it. And so they give it over to the prisons, and as a result, because of the high contents of soy, a lot of these men are aggressiveness and masculinity is now being morphed into feminine energy, feminine what's the word I'm looking for? I can't even god damn it think. Okay,
Bitch made?
huh?
Bitch made?
Yeah, so they're making the men are starting to grow breasts now and hips. They're accumulating more fat because of the hormone production. Their testosterone is now dropping and their estrogen is raising. And so they may fight, but it's not as aggressive as they normally are when they do fight. They ain't fighting to kill. They, and they do that on purpose, and it's worked. Because of the high amounts of soy. And so as a result, when they're morphing more into women and having higher estrogen levels and just female hormones in general, I don't understand how they're growing from that. It don't make sense. I don't know. I think I'm with Yaki on this. I think Yaki is on to something saying that they're getting smaller. I can see that. Okay, but there's a whole continent that still have original roots that are still available at large sizes. Okay, yeah. All right, moving on. I got that. I couldn't even think with that on the screen. That's how you know something wrong with me. Last but not least, Mr. Tyler Perry. Okay, I hate his photos. I hate the way he. You know how I know, listen, even though his sexuality is not the topic of conversation, because he ain't got no paperwork, on file marrying anybody, you know what I'm saying? But any man that loves Beyonce, I got 2 straight men here in the office now. Baby, you love Beyonce? Do you like her music? You don't listen to Beyonce? Slim. You listen to Beyonce?
On the radio sometimes.
Would you go to her concert? Or are you a Beyonce fan?
Nah.
Okay, all right. This man reenacted Beyonce, like the stand pages, like how Lil Nas X was a Nicki Minaj, Barb, and all that stuff. And I said, you're very telling. You're very, 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 very telling. Okay. The female characters does say a lot, but there was the Beyonce, him channeling his inner Beyonce, which told it all. Okay. And so, Tyler, you're not fooling nobody no more. Okay. I don't care how much money you donate to the city of Atlanta to pay taxes that you cause to go up. Okay. And you're causing these old people who have put blood, sweat, and tears into buying their homes only for you to come and gentrify Atlanta, okay, and not protect their zoning, which means you should have bought their land that there was on, or committed some sort of, you know what I'm saying, tax incentive, because $750,000 only gonna get them for a few more years on them taxes to them 100 families that you're pledging this money to. And then he recently went from $750,000, okay, to pledge to all of the people, the older people, the senior citizens in Atlanta, who have homes that are close to his studio, which was a very heavily impoverished, low-income area, because he bought an old military base, okay? Nobody wanted to live on the south side over there, okay? At all. And when he came and bought that big studio, and all these celebrities came to Georgia and not Texas, and I don't know why, now all these people got to worry about keeping their homes because they paid off their houses years ago. We're talking about old people who retired, paid off their houses, but now their mortgage, their taxes taxes are just as much as their mortgages used to be back when they bought their homes for $20,000, $30,000, and $40,000. And now as retired citizens who live on fixed incomes, they're trying to figure out how they're even going to stay in their homes. And so he comes to try to save the day by offering 100 black families who are surrounded behind his studios. Because I'm gonna tell you what's going on here. Let me think a little deep. Let me go a little deeper for y'all, okay? Because everybody likes to praise Tyler Perry. Okay, they like to, especially when he donates all of just money that he would be given to taxes to black communities, and he employs, a lot of black actors and actresses and pays them just a little bit more than what Hollywood gives them and keeps them on reoccurring roles. Y'all don't see what he's actually doing. Okay, so he bought the land. All right, gentrified the land. Every movie studio followed him from California to Georgia. They're filming some of the biggest movies out here in Georgia. In the process, the homes that were surrounded in the neighborhoods that no one really wanted to live in, and these were homes that were going to be passed to a lot of elderly from a lot of elderly black people in Atlanta to their kids so that they could capitalize off these homes, are now at risk of losing these homes, okay, because his studio is situated right next to them, okay? Now, if these people lose the homes, which he selected 100 black families to save, guess who owns the land, especially if they're paying the property taxes? Tyler Perry Studios. So not only is he paying the property taxes that he caused to go up, and I told everybody years ago, I said Tyler Perry is up Atlanta. He should have took that shit to Valdosta. Okay? There was a lot of wealthy, affluent black people. White folks wasn't with that shit, and now they want to come turn Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard into MLK. It ain't Martin Luther King no more. They just call it MLK. Bankhead is no longer Bankhead. It's called Hollowell Drive. Okay? That's what they start doing. And so when he says, oh, you know what? I'm sorry. My studio caused y'all properties to go up. Now y'all are at risk of losing your homes because you're too old and you didn't prepare, okay, to have property taxes skyrocket this high into mortgages. And if you don't pay them, you're going to lose your homes. But if I come in and pay your taxes, just like you can go in, go to the county, pull property tax records, see who's behind on their taxes, pay their taxes, you own their home. So it's going to give them 5 years to stay on the $2 million that he's given to 100 black families. But if they can't keep up with it, he now inadvertently owns their home and will own that property, okay? And will eventually take ownership, and that will be a part of Tyler Perry Studios in the long run. This ain't shit at all, okay? At all. All right? And y'all can't tell me at all. This is no different than what white folks been doing for years, okay? I wish I could put this on YouTube so everybody could hear this shit, because when I hear them congratulating him, I'm like, for what? For what? He just owned y'all. He just bought your homes. And when you can't keep up with him, when he decides to tell you to get the out when ain't nobody looking, okay, and they buy up the homes just like they did in Augusta, Georgia, okay, next to the golf courses where the masters are being played. That's exactly what he's gonna do, because he plans, okay, to invest heavily in that heavily impoverished area, because his studio is gonna continue to grow. And he don't give a shit at all. He lives on an island where he got to take a boat or a helicopter because he don't want people to see who are coming over there to that island to suck him off while his model girlfriend lives in the outhouse, okay? Now I gotta go. Don't forget, today we are offering on shoptkdeals.com the sea moss drops. This is something that everybody needs to have in their diet. It has 98% of the vitamins and minerals that the body needs daily. We have this in mango. We also have it in pineapple. It has 10,000 milligrams of Irish sea moss, the same sea moss that Dr. Sebi preached about, and the same sea moss that a lot of the health gurus preach about as well. It also has spirulina, which is very potent in vitamins and minerals as well. It has has zinc, burdock root, and vitamin C, okay? Use the coupon code TK10 to get your sea moss drops. This is our mushroom Vitamix, okay? The T-cell, NK cell Vitamix, very potent. The reviews on the website say everything. This is used to help optimize T cells, to help optimize natural killer cells, which kill off cancer cells in the body and things like that. It's been used in a ton of therapy. It's been in Chinese medicine for years, and people are raving about this. All you got to do is Google shiitake mushrooms. This is shiitake mushrooms along with turkey tail, some lion's mane, some cordyceps, all blended down. You can either cook with it, you can put it in your smoothies, you can drink it in water. Either way, you need this about twice a week. And if you're not down with the powder, we do have the gummies, all right, which has all of that in there. Shiitake mushrooms. It also has the reishi mushroom, has the chaga, it has the white button. And so all of this is condensed down into the mushroom extract complex. And also we have the mushroom 10X, okay? That's available as well on shoptkdeals.com. Use the coupon code TK10 to get 10% off of your first order. Don't forget, guys, we are featuring the Koji Cocoa Soap. This is something that I use to help even my skin tone, clear dark marks and things like that. This is available on shoptkdeals.com. Use the coupon code TK10, okay? Be careful about using it on your face. Yes, it will lighten the dark marks, but it will lighten your face as well, and you don't want to be out here looking like Nene Leaks, okay? This is the Koji Cocoa Soap. We have the sugar case. I am so in love with the body oils, and you guys are too, because you're emailing me about them. These are body oils infused with like glazed donut fragrances. We also have watermelon squeeze. We have, let me put this up. We have the watermelon squeeze. We also have the Georgia peach body oil, okay? I usually put these on when I get out of the shower, wet, let them soak into the skin while the pores are open. And then, of course, I carry a bottle around to touch up. It doesn't leak. And that's one thing that I like about this Black-owned body oil company is that they don't leak all in your purse. I could travel with these. They don't spill. I don't know where the hell she got these bottles from or the oils, but she's doing her thing. You can access the sugar case on my website. Use the coupon code TK10 to get 10% off your first order. And last but not least, we have our top seller, which are the Active 8 fasting drops. If you are really trying to fast, if you are really trying to suppress your appetite, the right way, the Active 8 fasting drops is the way that you need to go. The reviews on the website speak for themselves. If you're looking for appetite suppression, which means you have to start first thing in the morning, okay? And you put the drops in your body, you put a little water in your body, and you just do a water fast throughout the day. People are emailing me saying, hey, Tasha, they work better than any type of Ozempic or semaglutide that's out there. It just helps to settle the gas in the stomach, and the stomach tells the brain that you're not hungry no more, okay? And so the fasting drops are available on shoptkdeals.com. Use the coupon code TK10 and let me know how much weight you've lost personally using the Active drops, okay?